know that China started the Belt and Road Initiative, and the CPEC is one of the most important projects of Belt and Road Initiative. So what do you think the advantage CPEC or Belt and Road Initiative bring to Pakistan? And more importantly, we know that recently many people, they started to criticizing Belt and Road Initiative, saying that there's this financial trap for developing countries or emerging economies. So what do you think of this?
To the critics, I would say that this jealousy doesn't look too good on them. When other people who were not focused on such great initiatives, when they saw the One Belt, One Road not only take off, but take off in such a spectacular manner, they start trying to undermine such projects and such initiatives. But I don't think that they will succeed. We don't talk. The Chinese government is not about just their words. They're about their actions. And the One Belt, One Road Initiative, particularly, I can't speak for others, I don't know the details of what other countries are doing with this. The China-Pakistan economic corridor has been a fundamental game changer for the economies of our two countries, and this is just the start. Rather than criticizing, undermining, I would suggest that other countries, if they think they can do better, then they should provide their alternative, because I hear a lot of talk from other countries also about the sort of development and work that they want to do internationally. But I don't see anyone coming close to the vision of the One Belt, One Road Initiative.
For Pakistan, it did not really meaningfully contribute to climate change, yet it's one of the countries that got the most dramatically impacted by climate change. So if you have anything to say, especially for those industrialized countries or rich countries who made promise to give like $100 billion every year, but yet we're still not there, what are you going to tell them?
So I think it's only fair to expect developed countries who talk a lot about countering climate change, to expect them to live up to their commitments on that front. But frankly, what is climate change? Climate change is the price we poorer countries pay, the whole world is paying, for the industrialization of rich countries. And the people of Pakistan, these 33 million people affected by the floods, they're paying the form of their lives, in the form of their livelihoods, for these developing countries' industrialization. So if this is a global problem, then it must have global solutions.
After the flood and the catastrophe happened in Pakistan, the Chinese government and Chinese people, they try to help donate money and kind for Pakistani to get relief from this flood. What's your view of the support from the Chinese government and the people?
The people of China and our two countries are truly iron brothers, and it is really in testing times that these relationships are put on display. And obviously, we're very grateful to the government of China for the assistance that they have offered in the form of cash assistance or supplies such as tents and other things. But more than that, I'm appreciative of the people of China and the way in which the entire society galvanized to offer assistance. And I think Pakistan and China can set an example of how we can build back better, build back greener, in a more resilient manner, lead the climate infrastructure conversation.
You know, Minister, recently the United States tried to make provocations, especially on the issue of Taiwan. And we saw all those vessels crossing Taiwan streets. We saw the senators and the members of parliaments visiting Taiwan without permission. What do you think of these provocations from the United States?
I think that everybody should, as far as Pakistan and China is concerned, though it's obviously very clear on the policy of one China, but that is something that the international community must not only express in their words, but in their actions. And it's certainly true that the tensions that we are now seeing are not helpful. There's no way that humanity will be able to confront the challenge of climate change, for example, unless big powers like China and the United States work together. We want to see great people in great countries like the United States and China working together to deal with the existential threats facing mankind. We faced a once-in-a-100-year pandemic. We face a threat of the annihilation of the human race and the planet as we know it in the form of climate change. And these challenges can only be met if great powers work together. If we're going to be divided, if we're going to be fighting, if we're going to have conflicts, then we will be distracted amongst ourselves and we lose the greater fights.
Minister, you know that the 20th National Congress of Communist Party of China will soon be held in Beijing.
Yes.
And it's a very important meeting for our Chinese people. For you, what's your expectation for China-Pakistan relation, especially after the meeting?
We're really looking forward to this meeting. I think it's going to be a historic event and it'll have an impact within, obviously, your own country, but I think the whole world is waiting to see the developments and the messaging that comes out from this meeting. As far as Pakistan-China relations are concerned, we are forever friends, and we have forever been friends. And we know that no matter what times will bring, the future will bring, one thing is for certain, that the people of China and the people of Pakistan will be standing side by side to face the challenges to come.
We actually have called Pakistani people Iron Pack. Why do you think the people in two countries were so friendly?
I think that this is the genuine nature of our relationship. It's not a transactory relationship. It's not something that ebbs and wanes. It is something that has been consistent and across the board, from the top down, from the bottom up, left to right, the people of Pakistan and the people of China, the government of Pakistan and the government of China, we've worked together consistently. And you know, developing relationships takes time. Some countries feel they can turn on a relationship one day, turn it off when they're upset, and then suddenly when they need you again, they can turn up and expect you to be sort of best friends again. The relationships are developed over a period of time, and the relationship between the countries and between our peoples have been developed over decades, and that is why it is famous in Pakistan that our friendship is higher than the Himalayas and sweeter than honey.